Today, I want to talk to you about my journey and the adaptations I had to make to lifestyle with moving away from heating my home with gas. Before moving to an electric option, I heated my home, like many of you do, with a gas combi boiler. And I would have my heating off all day and then just turn it on when I came home from work. So I was going from cold to warm every day. I had vents open. I even still had an open chimney in my lounge. And I hate to admit it, but on a winter evening, occasionally, I'd still burn logs. Now, of course, working here at Fischer, I've come to understand the whole journey we're all on, moving towards net zero. So, as I moved towards heating my home with electricity, there were some adaptations I had to make to lifestyle. I fast understood that it made no sense letting my home drop to such a low temperature whilst I was at work all day. What then happened is my home would fall vast below ordinary temperature. And that's not just the air, it's the fabric of the property as well. The floorings, the walls, the tabletops. So when I came home from work and turned my heating on, it was taking such a long time to bring my home back to a comfortable living temperature. We all know glasses wearers come in from a very, very cold day outside, come into a property that's warm. What happens? They steam up. And that's what happens to your home and is often the cause for damp. That's why when you move to electric heating, there's two main changes you need to make. The first is very important. It's blocking up any chimneys, vents, or high heat loss areas you may have. That includes topping up on insulation, making sure you're draft proofing as well. Because not only are you going to be more comfortable doing that, and the heaters are going to work quicker in bringing the room to temperature, but you're also reducing heat loss, which is better for your pocket. The next thing was learning how to program my heaters. It made no sense in letting the property drop to a very cold temperature. Instead, it was more efficient for me to maintain a lower background temperature all the time. So at my property, I have 16 degrees set constantly. So the heaters click on and off throughout the day to maintain that steady 16-degree temperature. I then have a program set for when I get home. So typically, I'm home 6:30 every evening. So my program is set so that it's 6 o'clock every evening. My heaters are set to 21 degrees. So the temperature differential between my economy temperature and my comfort temperature is typically between 3 to 5 degrees. That is the best way to run the Fischer heaters or any electric heating because you're not having those huge dips and highs. And those highs are what costs to heat, moving from one temperature to another. So the way forward, using our thermostat, is to have a background temperature or an economy setting, and then the comfort temperature for those times where you need the extra warmth, where you're snuggling down in the evening, watching a film in front of the TV.